The stream is live. Oh man, here we go. All right, and we're live. All right, so y'all, let's get this thing started and do this thing that we call the news. All right, here we go. This is our first four on Wednesday.
Got it.
And in 3, 2, 1. Good morning. You're listening to the Morning Experience. I am Marquise Lupton. That is Shizzy Get Busy. That is Dr. Kamika Campbell. And
Hello.
that is Scott Tay. Scotty.
What's goody?
What's going on, brother? How you feeling?
Listen, I was feeling down.
Oh man.
but I saw some football this weekend. And I'm looking, I'm feeling a little dapper. I'll say that. I'm feeling a little more dapper.
Oh, Shiz, how about you?
My sentiments exactly. When your team puts up a donut, there's nothing like seeing this team that was so confident get smacked right in the mouth. But happy Wednesday, everybody. It is the middle of the week. We have made it here.
Oh, man. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yes.
Dr. K. I'm out there.
I do not know what the sports ball is doing, but it is my favorite day of the week, which is wishful Wednesdays. I am always wishing that we had a functioning government.
Yes. Folks, we will talk about that non-functioning government later on in Microwave News. We have a jam-packed program for you today. As you know, it is Wednesday, so we have our TME Sports and Scores with Scotty, and then we have our top 10, dare we say the critically acclaimed top 10 by Shizzy Get Busy. And, you know, we have our main story as well. So, folks, it's a jam-packed program. Like, you know, I like to say thank you for joining us. And tell a friend that the best thing that they can have is the Morning Experience. You're listening to the Morning Experience. All right, that was our intro. I'm sorry, that was our intro. This is our first four. All right, first four in 3, 2, and 1. Good morning, and thank you for joining us for the Morning Experience, folks. And just to let you know, we begin each show with the microwave news. Look at that. My sister is listening. She says, hola. Just to let you know, Brittany, we always talk about you in such the most uplifting way, fashion, and form, sister.
He is.
Don't let that man lie to you.
So true. We talk about you all the time.
The only part that's true about that is we talk about you all the time. Okay.
Oh man. So our first story for Microwave News comes from the Grio, and ICE arrests are cracking down after the DC Guard shooting. And ICE arrests of Afghans are on the rise in the wake of the National Guard attack. Immigration lawyers and authorities say arrests of Afghans are on the rise following the shooting of 2 National Guard members in Washington, D.C. Shiz.
Typical American, we'll be reactive instead of proactive. So I guess everybody else can do your dirt right now because they only focusing on one group. That's the only problem where it's happening at. So everybody else, this your time to shine, yo.
Right. Dr. K, they're like lasering in on Afghans.
They are, and it's very unfortunate because this person was let in under the Trump administration and was not vetted properly according to them. And isn't it suspicious? Don't you think it's suspicious that this man comes all the way from the West Coast to the East Coast to commit this heinous act? What's that about? I'm not going to jump too far into my conspiracy theory, but isn't that suspicious?
Right. Very, very, very suspicious. Our next story. This comes from Facebook. And Lonnie Johnson, the brilliant inventor behind the iconic Super Soaker, has been awarded $73 million in unpaid royalties more than 20 years after the creation of his groundbreaking water gun. Johnson, who initially developed the Super Soaker in 1982, entered into a licensing agreement with Hasbro, but for years he was underpaid for his invention success, Scotty.
Man, get your money, get your money, get your money. That's what I'm talking about. That boy over there. Listen, who didn't want the Super Soaker with the backpack, with the extra water?
The XP2000, the XP2000.
Man, listen, he is every kid in the 90s hero. Okay, that Super Soaker was life.
Yeah,
get your money.
Yeah, and Shiz, if I would have known that it was created by a black man back then, I might have had more.
I don't know about all that because I know my mom couldn't even afford the regular Super Soaker. We had the Dollar Tree dips, the ones you got 2 uses out of them, and after that it was a wrap on those. But Scotty, I'm right there with you. Play some cue up Childish Gambino. Get your money. This is America. Get your money, black man.
Get your money, black man.
Oh man. Indeed. And our final story comes from complex.com. And Ja Rule believes that 50 Cent has enough allegations for him to produce a documentary expose about the rapper and media's businessman. On Sunday, the rapper called out 50 after and called him a hypocrite for executive producing the 4-part Netflix documentary Sean Combs' The Reckoning about the disgraced Bad Boy Entertainment founder. Dr. K, Ja Rule, he's like, you know what? Karma may come back around.
He is playing a dangerous game because 50 is like $2 trillion and oh. So I hope he has all his receipts in order, because you cannot come for 50 and miss, because he will bury you, and he is the best troll on the planet. And we can debate on this. The man is the best troll on the planet.
Scotty,
listen, I don't think it goes well for anybody to come out. You know, especially if I already beat you once, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to come around this train track. And me and my wife watched The Reckoning. Listen, if there's one thing 50 Cent can do, he can produce. Okay, if he getting up off that rapping, that Bama is executive producing his ass off. That Bama is good. So shout out to 50.
And Shiz, should Ja Rule want this fight?
Ja Rule, this is what we fear about with Drake. Like, you got smacked around, and then years later, you like, I could make a documentary like he can.
No,
Ja Rule, if you don't sit your ass down somewhere, it's over. Just take your loss. Go ahead on, go to the next round, bro. Like, it's over for that one.
It feels like he's trying to do like,
Ja.
Facts. He feels like he's trying to like relive the 2000s, not even the 99s and 2000s. And I want him to sit down, and I want him to hush, because 50 has 742 seasons of power under his belt.
First of all,
I believe Dave Chappelle said it best when he said, "Who gives a damn what Ja Rule thinks?"
Who gives? Right? My thing is, why are we talking about power? He should have never killed off Ghost, but that's a whole other conversation.
Listen, Ghost deserves to die. Don't get me started.
That's why Dr. Kamika is
killing.
That's why nobody likes you. That's why nobody likes you. You don't get the culture. You don't get the culture. You don't get the culture.
Me and my salad will be right over here in the corner talking about Ghost should have died a long time ago.
Folks, as you know, it is Wednesday. So we have our story. Our main story for today comes from Afrotech, and billionaire Michael Bloomberg is making some headway. So let's hear what Michael Bloomberg has to say. Coming up after this, you're listening to The Morning Experience. All right. Our first 5 in 3, 2, 1. You listen to The Morning Experience. Thank you for joining us. And our main story for today, again, comes from Afrotech. And a major new investment from billionaire Michael Bloomberg is helping expand educational access for Black students through a partnership that brings K-12 learning directly to the campuses of HBCUs. Bloomberg Philanthropies, together with the National Education Organization City Fund, has committed $20 million, $10 million each, to support public charter schools and connect students with early college opportunities at nearby HBCUs. And this is according to a press release. Dr. K, I am in love with this. They are doing this in Alabama. And this feels like this can be, like a feeder type thing into HBCUs. Where do you stand as an educator?
Yeah, I really love this. I'm always skeptical of Michael Bloomberg, but this is great. I think that $10 million is $20 million is a nice substantial number. And we like numbers like 10 million. We want millions of dollars to go into these kinds of efforts. Additionally, we already know that there's going to be a little bit of a gap. We call this the divide. It's basically the digital divide. We call it the internet divide. All these different things that we want to try and close. And I'm hoping money like this goes into closing those divides, especially in a state like Alabama, who has been just kind of systematic in keeping their own students back. So there's education divides, there's digital divides, there's internet divides, et cetera. And we are just hoping that it's a drop in the bucket, but hopefully it'll go a long way to closing that divide.
Yeah, hopefully. Shiz, there's schools like Imhotep in Philly that kind of mimic something like this, but there's no like feeder program into like Lincoln or Cheney. Where do you stand on this?
I mean, y'all got Dr. Umar up out of here, but no. shout out to Mackenzie Scott. This is gonna go down in history. This is gonna be known as the Mackenzie Scott effect. Where it's cool. It's cool to give money. You know, it's cool to have us educated. We gonna be all right and everything. So, you know, I'm all for it. It's America. So you always take everything with a grain of salt. I'm just looking like, where is the kickback going to be based off of doing this? You get a kickback somewhere down the line because, you know, it's always something with America. But until that happens, I'm all for it.
Dog, you know, well, it's funny you said about Mackenzie Scott. Like, she's, you know how, like, if you're in football, like, you know, you try to get like the leaderboard or something, like she's on everybody's leaderboard. Like, literally, she is like the top donor for everybody. Like, gift. Mackenzie Scott's a real one. She's going to everybody's cookout. You know what I'm saying? So make me want to start an HBCU. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Mackenzie.
But you know, this goes towards the goal of like spending down her entire fortune, right? So this is lit. Like actually sticking to the word of what you said you were going to do. Amazing.
And I feel like, you know, this is what billionaires are supposed to do. This is why they exist. They're supposed to, you know, reinvest into the country just like this. But we're seeing time and time again that Dr. K, there's just this extraction and there's just this exploitation rather than an investment.
Yeah, because my first question is, why is somebody needs to hold Elon Musk up for all the money. He is approaching being a trillionaire. Do you know how ridiculous that is in a country where the bottom 50% of people are barely making a living? That's ridiculous. And I feel like there's a very large, like, I don't know, billionaire aura. People want to be billionaires. It's not achievable, but there is a good life that is achievable for many more people than 3 billionaires. And I feel like we have to keep putting our foot down when it comes to, you know, demanding that these folks who are making a lot of money off of the American people and American workers, that they pay their fair share back into society.
Yeah, absolutely. Shiz, before we head out, you mentioned Umar. That's a shot of the day. but he does stand out because he was out there fronting, you know, for what it seems like years to what some are accomplishing, you know, in months. Now, money is an issue, yes, but it just seems like, you know, might have been some cap there.
Hey, listen. I just report. I just call it like I see it, brother. No, but it could be because, like you said, things move fast now. But again, with that being said, also we are in a microwave society where we want everything fast. So if somebody doesn't have the funds like that and they got to take time to build it up, I'm not saying we didn't give him a chance. I don't know if we gave him long enough a chance. You know, we want stuff immediately. We got to see results immediately. So I don't know how the school would have did, but he was. I just gave the example of how he was trying. I just gave the example.
Dig it. Folks, again, we have a jam-packed program. We have so much on this program to give. Again, we got sports with Scotty on the other side, and then we have the critically acclaimed. I'm gonna keep that. The critically acclaimed top 10 with Shizzy Get Busy. So stay with us. This is the Morning Experience. All right, let's keep it moving. Our second five in 3, 2, and 1. All right, so we're talking about this billionaire give back and really getting into the details of this Bloomberg and him opening up what seems like this pipeline to HBCU. So Forbes notes that the new funding supports 2 schools in Alabama's Black Belt region, an area historically underserved in public education. The first is the DC Wolf Charter School in Shorter, a redevelopment of the former DC Wolf Elementary School that is expected to open in fall 2026, just minutes from Tuskegee University. The second, I Dream Big Academy, which opened in August of 2025 on the campus of Stillman College, located in Tuscaloosa. So, Scotty, as a FAMU fan, can you see, or would you like to see something like this happen, in Florida as well, where there's this pipeline? Because this could also affect sports as well.
No, I absolutely would love to see it. And I think, if I'm being honest, I think HBCUs haven't done their due diligence in making HBCUs more open online. Like I think they will have a bigger alumni base and bigger, because again, they want enrollment, which is great. But Morehouse could have been University of Phoenix before University of Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could have been a place where you're really reaching a diaspora of people to where they're like, man, I graduated from Morehouse, or I got a Morehouse program, or I did. Because I think Harvard or Yale, Dr. K, I think Harvard or Yale does like these programs that they hand out that you can just do an isolated program and say it came from Yale, right? So yep. I think adding that is great. But I also think that adding a better online platform for all HBCUs, online education, would be best served for the whole community.
I big time agree. Big time agree. That access is so important. And what you're talking about is something that this kind of like online platform for HBCUs, people are even going a step further and says connect those. They want something where HBCUs are connected and networked, so that they can draw upon the expertise and experience of all HBCUs, particularly in an online format. So I would love something like that. I agree.
Yeah, this really sounds like something that, all right, well, let's work smarter, not harder. Because we are in era now where those dollars may not be as fluid as they used to be, because of this current administration. Shiz, now you mentioned that there's some concern here. What is your concern rooted in?
America, history. Where you want to start at?
I don't see nothing wrong with that answer.
I didn't mean either.
The problem is that every time we see something like this, and like you said, we see it's where it's starting to be a influx of this happening, which is good. But usually when stuff like this happens in America, there's always something behind it. There's some type of kickback. There's some type of, oh, well, we put these, like this donor gave this large donation, so instead of just being accepted as a charitable gift or a charitable donor, we'll make them part of the executive board here. Then they start adding their people, and then it just breaks. Everything is a trickle effect, and America knows what it's doing when it comes to stuff like this. So I'm happy for it, but look, I've been black for a long time, so I just want to make sure that everything is on the up and up.
Oh, dig it. How about you, Scotty? We are seeing. Well, I would like to see more of this connection between high schools and HBCUs, between HBCUs and HBCUs. This more collective effort to get kids and bodies into those institutions and organizations.
Yeah, I think I think everybody wants a feeder system, right? Yes. Like a feeder system to their program and a feeder system to their HBCUs. outside, because again, a lot of programs do it. You know, in Atlanta, I think they have like a little Kappas and little Qs, and like everybody has a feeder thing to do what they want. I think it would be great to have an HBCU feeder system into getting into programs, kind of like what Promise does with Akron University. You know what I'm saying? Like how if you graduate from Promise, you get a full ride to Akron University, right? So paid by LeBron. But I just think more things like that give us more well-educated men and women in the world, and now you get more graduates from HBCUs, and you just keep the funnel going.
Right, and we see this with those real ritzy schools, with those private schools that we see, on the CW. Those schools are feeder schools into places like your Princetons, into places like your Harvards. So why not wash, rinse, repeat, and do that the same just as much, folks? So much more to get into. This is the Morning Experience. Thank you for joining us. All right, let's keep it going, folks. Those that are watching online, send us your comments. Let us know what you think. Join the conversation as we do this thing called the news. So here we go. And in this is our first three. And in 3, 2, 1. This is the Morning Experience, and we are discussing billionaire Bloomberg giving back. To outline this some more, in 2024, the former New York City Mayor Bloomberg made a $600 million donation benefiting medical schools at 4 HBCUs, and this was previously reported by CNN. The announcement of Bloomberg Philanthropies' recent $10 million gift comes during a significant wave of philanthropic investments in HBCUs. Over the past several months, HBCUs have received more than $800 million in new funding. And I feel like this is $800 million that is desperately needed, especially as the borders are being closed, Dr. K.
Yeah, I think that we're going to see a very interesting flip in the next 5 years of how college enrollment goes. A lot of our institutions, when they talk about minority investment in education, they're talking about international students. So this, to me, is an unfortunate side effect, but a needed side effect of a refocus on Native, Black, and Brown people in this country. So they could have done that without doing what they're doing now, but it's happening. Another piece to this that I think is important to understand is we have had a lot of Black and investment in Black and Brown students going to PWIs, right? Predominantly white institutions, where we will do ramp programs and gap and bridge and all these different things to get Black and Brown students into the PWIs. And the existence of those types of programs are lower at HBCUs. And an issue with that is those programs taught like the skills that folks believe are needed to succeed in your first year of college. So if you didn't have a program like that, and you weren't ready to go into your first year of college, you got to an HBCU and you were still behind, right? It's still a college. And so, but they would accept those students because there just weren't those kind of programs. So things like this, where we are doing an intentional investment and disrupting the school to prison pipeline. This is a key to disrupting that. Is very important. Pouring money into a school to elementary and secondary school into college pipeline versus a school into the school to prison pipeline is crucial. But that's where my comparison would be. How much money are we pouring into prisons that we should be pouring into colleges, especially HBCUs?
Yeah, we have a comment from Isaiah Perry. He says, unfortunately, this administration is suing universities that have DEI access programs like the ones you guys are discussing. So I feel like, Shiz, this is a way to kind of circumvent that because, they're like, oh, I'm giving 800 million of my own money.
Yeah.
I know the UNCF, the United Negro College Fund, got to be sitting there with the Arthur fist. Just pissing like, y'all had this bread all this goddamn time. now it's cool to give our money. Yeah. We've been trying to get money since we've been calling Black people Negroes, and now we see, and now y'all come up with 800 million in 2 weeks. Like, what's up with that?
Y'all just found y'all are billionaires. You just found this money. You had this money.
Money been there.
Yeah.
Y'all had this money.
Yeah, and Scotty, before we head out, I can't help but think that like these billionaires know that like no, we need to keep the blacks educated.
Listen, I don't know if they feel that way, honestly. Because listen, you know, education takes you places, right? Education takes you, you know. But my thing is, to me, I think there should be more investment into trades. I think that's always been my thing, is that I think giving somebody a trade, plumbing, electrician, you know, like letting these, because a lot of people are not college, like we act like everybody's supposed to go to college. That is not what it is, right? Like everybody is not a college graduate or a college person. So to give somebody a trade that they can feed their family, have a sustainable life, have something where they can start their own businesses, give other people jobs as well. Now you're talking about a community that you're building and a funnel, a pipeline of just successful Black men and women. And that to me can also be just as impactful as college graduates.
Facts.
Yeah. I know a college graduate who went for a freaking criminal psychology degree and she working at TSA. Okay. So yeah, got a lot of student loans too. So
she sounds like she be doing extra at her job. Like I can tell the way he's walking, he has a pound of marijuana in his backpack.
Oh man, folks, we got more coming up after this. This is the Morning Experience. All right.
Just want to say thank you, Isaiah, for that question.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you, Isaiah. Yeah.
It's our first three, and then 3, 2, 1. So let's read some comments here. This comes from my sister. She says a lot of college educated people can't even find jobs. And
facts.
And that is very, very, very factual. But also at the same time, though, you know, as college folks can't find jobs, we also need to look at there are jobs being eliminated as well. And like hundreds of thousands of jobs are being eliminated. And like, you know, I look at myself when I went into school, undergrad, I was like, I want to be a DJ, a radio DJ. And going in, like there was a lot. And then coming out, there wasn't. You know, and I feel like that happens with a lot of students going in the industry is something, and industry can change in 2 years, shiz, and then you know it's something completely different.
Yeah, and again, with this whole thing, it's like you're looking for.
Are you muted?
Up?
No, he's unmuted, but I can't hear nothing he's saying all of a sudden.
Up? Nope.
Yeah, your mic went out, shit. That was crazy.
Yeah. He ain't have a point. He just.
No, I was like, man, is he still thinking?
He's just mouthing it. That's it. His mic were just fine. But for real.
Religion has given the world.
Yep. We can't hear you, Shiz.
No, I can't hear you at all.
Still can't hear you. Just like refresh your browser. Don't leave and come back. Just click refresh on the browser.
All right. So then, Scotty, I'm going to pass it to you. I'm going to back it up. And then 3, 2, 1. So Scotty, a lot of these college students they can't find these jobs, but also these jobs are being eliminated almost just as fast.
Yeah, it's the model. I mean, it's AI. You know, we've talked about it on numerous shows about what AI is doing and how it's taking over. But at the same time, again, that's why AI ain't doing plumbing. AI ain't doing electrician work. AI ain't doing roofing. AI ain't building houses. You know, like you got to do some, like blue collar jobs are not poo. I know like good. I know a lot of people HVAC. Okay, you live in Texas and don't have an air conditioning unit. See what you willing to pay. You know what I'm saying? So again, I think it goes into people are going into massive amounts of debt to be a school teacher. Like people are going into massive debts to be, you know, an art teacher. or I don't know. It has to make sense. So I think a lot of things are, the tuition is getting higher, the pay is not raising. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so much going on. You really have to kind of narrow down. Is the juice worth the squeeze? You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it comes down to when you go to college.
Yeah, and I'm loving the fact that folks like McKenzie and folks like Bloomberg now are making these investments so that people won't have to go into deep debt, if they want to get an art history degree. So folks, we got one more segment to talk about this before we get to the funny. I know you're waiting for that, for the critically acclaimed Shizzy Get Busy Top 10. So stay with us. That is coming up very, very soon. This is the Morning Experience. All right. One
Can
more.
y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
One more 3, and then that's it. And then 3, 2, 1. This is the Morning Experience. Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday. Just to let you know, to tell a friend that the best thing that they can have in their cup is the Morning Experience. So you should tell your friend, hey, I think that you should really listen to this because I love you.
Marquise, we got some great feedback.
Oh, really?
Yes, honey.
Let's
Folks
hear it.
said we sound good on the radio, especially me, but you all sound also fine. But they said we sound delightful.
Did you just David Ruffin and the Temptations us?
Yes, he did.
We the
did.
backup.
Well, we the pips. We the pips, Gladys. Okay, Gladys.
Excuse me.
I was good. Y'all was there. So if I was good, I meant y'all was good in like just by way of deduction.
Oh man. But I love it though.
They said you sounded fine, but they said I sounded great. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to let everybody know that.
Well, man. Who are these people? I gotta vet these people.
Bots. That's what they are. They bots.
Kevin Durant. Out the burner account, sending them things over.
Oh man. All right, so folks, just in case you wanted to listen to this show or any other show, because we believe it or not, we are almost at 100 episodes. That is dope. I love it. Shiz, what can the folks do?
Seemed like we was just in the infant stages not too long ago. But listen, make sure you hit us up at Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio, The Morning Experience. We got everything on there back from the first show when we were sitting there doing it with just like a regular little karaoke machine, and now we're here right now. Yeah.
Right. And giving the people the news, giving the people the information, giving you what you need, what you wanted, and what you did not know existed. So, Dr. K, back to you. Now, Shiz expressed his concern with Bloomberg giving this kind of money. Let's hear your stance on it, because we all know that money comes with strings attached.
100%, and it always is a question of what does he want in return. These things are never given without strings. It's just not a thing. And I think the most important part about it for me is I want people to be able to get these degrees without these strings. It's already hard enough, right? We're already talking about them not being able to get college degrees, this, that, and the third. So I'm interested in seeing, or not being able to get jobs with the college degrees, but I'm interested in seeing like what they'll be beholden to do. Every scholarship that I've ever had or fellowship or whatever has come with strings. So I'm just interested to hearing their experience with this as they go forward, because it can be cumbersome and it can be sometimes adverse to what the students thought their own goals were trying to graduate with these degrees.
Right. Folks, again, that was our microwave news. That was our main story. Stay with us. We have so much more to get into. We got sports and scores. We got our top 10. It is another great Wednesday on the Morning Experience. All right. First 4, second hour in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Morning Experience, and thank you for joining us on this Wednesday. Hope you enjoyed that little minor music break. So before we get to Shizzy Get Busy's top 10. You know, we like to banter a little bit. And Scotty, I indulged your show today, and you had the full FAMU garb on and everything. Was loving every minute of it. Can you tell the folks more about your YouTube show? Because I don't think we talked about it yet on here.
No, you know, I try to stay a little low key. You know, I don't really be doing too much. You know, you know, being the #1 HBCU live streamer. You know, but that just looks like a little way. No, off script. You know, we do everything HBCU sports, man, and HBCU tea, hot tea. You know what I'm saying? I love me some tea. You know, I love me some gossip. Listen, hot news, right? So, listen, for me, off script is like the name. Like, I take it wherever I want to take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's talking about HBCUs, talking about PWIs, it's whatever. But I just want to have a good time. We laugh, we joke. You know, I want to hear the opinions of everybody else. And for me, I always tell people, I just want you to think. You know, my whole thing is I put things out in the atmosphere to make you think. Like today, I put out, why not have an HBCU football game in Africa, right? Trying to build the base and build the brand of HBCUs, going to, you know, a place where you see people that look like you, right? And bringing them into our culture and we've been brought into their culture. I think that'd be a great atmosphere and a great opportunity for HBCUs and to widen the recruiting net, right? So I just, again, you know, people are so quick to say what can't happen. But if you put your brain together and you really think about it, like, man, that would be dope, right? So, and then, you know, for Black people, you got to be like, hey, the whites did it too, right? Like when they went to Ireland and Dublin and everything.
Yep.
When they
Notre
had the
Dame.
Ireland game.
Notre Dame.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Notre Dame, and then they had the Georgia Tech and Florida State game as well. So, you know, it's like it has been done before. So let's not act like it's just like, oh my God, we can't do it. So, you know, just having a good time, man. That's really what we do.
You're gonna have to get 2 Florida teams for that one, because that's gonna be some heat. You're gonna need 2 Florida squads.
But I am all for that. Like you know, FAMU versus Howard in Ghana. You know, like yo, yeah, I am really all for that. So then, Scotty, how did you get into that?
So it's funny. I started my YouTube channel with a friend. We were doing like pro sports. It didn't go so well. He had a successful YouTube channel on the side that he was doing. So he went back to that. And I kept doing it for another week. And a good friend of mine, we were in a Black Facebook group together for YouTubers. And he was like, man, like, I really think you should talk about HBCU sports. And I was like, what's an HBCU sport? Like, I only knew Morgan, Howard, and Spelman, and you know, the Morehouse, like those major ones. I didn't even know they did football and stuff like that. So, because I'm more of a pro guy, I was never really a college guy. He was like, man, I think you'd be really great. And like 2 weeks after he told me Deion touchdown in Jackson, I did a video about Deion in Jackson, and they got 20,000 views. I said, oh, I'm not looking back. Oh, I'm not. Oh, yeah, this is the train I'm taking. You know, all aboard, baby. And it's been like that ever since. And I've been doing it for 4 years now, full time for 3.
Wow.
So yeah, that's what it's been.
All right, so then for the folks that want to follow you, for the folks that want to hear what we're talking about, where can they go?
They can go to Off Script. It's spelled just like it sounds. Okay, on YouTube, you'll see a little black cartoon. That's me. Okay, and if you want to catch me on Twitter, listen. If you catch me on Twitter, I'm a different person. Okay, I will meet you with whatever energy you bring to me. I just want to make that very clear. All right, I'm Captain Petty Sergeant Smoke. Don't mess with me. Okay, I will meet you with whatever energy you bring. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's offscript_TV, and then on Instagram it's offscript_TV as well. So catch me, man. Listen, I love to have fun. I love to talk trash. That is what I do. I'm from the DMV. That's what we do.
Scotty, I'm not gonna lie. I think we're all different people on X. If my mom, Lord, yo, I just want to say,
yeah, it's like you got the Facebook side of you where it's just like pictures, family, you know, hey guys, hope everybody's doing well. You know, a scripture here and there. Twitter, nah, bro. Like I'm bringing it to your front door. I'm bringing it to your front door.
Yo, my Twitter, sometimes I feel like, oh, just throw the whole Marquise away. Just
Listen, Twitter turns everybody into a terrible person. It's a cesspool.
yes.
Some of us are absolutely excited that we can't see nobody can see our likes anymore.
Them likes and bookmarks.
Them
Real.
Oh man, folks. Coming up next, we have Shizzy Get Busy's nationally critically acclaimed, Pulitzer-winning prize, top 10. Stay with us. This is the Morning Experience.
Indubitably.
Yeah. All right, good brother. It is on you, man.
All right, let me get a little drink real quick.
What are you drinking, brother?
Yeah, what that look like tea? Is that tea?
Oh, it is a mixture of some wines that I had left.
You know what?
So
That's
so
how
it's
it is.
wines with an S. It's wines. I'm drinking some wines right now.
That is some bigotry right there. Wines. Wines I
love
had.
It was a little bit. It was the corner that was left. It was like, this ain't gonna work. Let me go ahead and pour these in there together.
Period.
Red, light, yellow.
Yeah,
Came out to make a muddy mixture color. That's
it did. I was like, is that a beer? It's not. It ain't got no.
If I had a little beer left, I would have put that in there too.
I know you would have. And then all else fails, add tequila to it, and it's a mixed drink. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all trying to make me slap somebody in the house. Oh man, everybody good?
Yes, sir.
Let's get to it. And in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Morning Experience. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Wednesday and it is time for an all-new top 10. This week's top 10. Listen, the black folk, we do a lot of things, but one thing that we are known for is that when it's trauma, we try to turn it into humor, but we got to understand, we still got some trauma. A lot of our parents and our teachers and everybody else inflicted a lot of trauma in our lives. So this week's top 10, we're going to talk about the top 10 traumas that shaped us into productive citizens or menace to society.
I don't have enough wine for this.
Yeah, I was like, Dr. K about to get busy on this one.
Number 10, we all been here. Mom, if you're watching, you did this, and I want everybody to know. Getting hit for crying from getting hit. That is just damn, like, what am I supposed to do? Then if you don't cry, you still get hit. Like, what am I supposed to do at this moment? Why would you hit me for crying? Because I'm crying because of you.
I really hate this one. I really hate this one because I would do more if I didn't cry. Then I would cry loud, and it was what you're crying for. And then one time I snatched the belt. Like, if you're gonna hit me for crying and hit me for not crying, I'm gonna just take the belt. How about that? And then I had to run away because I almost died.
Yo, because then it came, you know what? He grabbed the belt and tried to fight me. Like,
exactly.
no, that is not what happened.
Exactly right. That's exactly right.
Had it like a cartoon, like I was on the end of the belt flapping around while he was trying to get me the hell off. This is
literally.
Oh, yeah.
Number 9. Listen, we have a lot of trauma, y'all, but we try to turn it into comedy, even though it is still trauma that we need to deal with. Number 9, the agony of having to go pick out the weapon that your parents were going to abuse you with. This was just crazy, like, because you had a whole thought process going into it. Like, if I got that, that's light, but the end of the slipper, like, it snaps, so it hit you a little harder. Like, it's just, these are the things that you break down.
Listen, that switch, like, picking it, like, that is that. Because you like, okay, I can't get the small one because she's going to make me come back in here and get a bigger one. I don't want to get the biggest one because I'm going to get my own butt whooped. It's like, it's just a weird space to be in, man. It's like, choose your weapon. Like, God, dog.
Right. Choose your weapon that you're going to be harmed with. Nobody wants to do that. Who wants to do that? I remember I went and I would shoot. I would get something that looked like this. I'd be like, is this good? How about this? How about this little tiny 1-inch piece of wood or a belt? You know, I would choose the smallest thing possible. And yeah, it didn't save me, but I did
My
try.
mom would put that between her knuckles, be like, "This is cool."
Oh, so your mom was absolutely about that life.
Yeah, she was gonna make sure. It's like, listen, if that's what you want, if you gotta feel this, so however
I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work.
Yeah. Start practice. She'd be shadow boxing with the little thing in between her fingers. Mom, you did this. Number 8, childhood trauma. not having your parents not be able to afford like the Timbs or the polos, so you had the chaps, or you had to wear the lugs and you had to wear the extra bootcut jeans, so they
Yeah.
would go down and cover up everything else so nobody could see it. Because Lord, if somebody pulled up your pant leg and saw that you didn't have on what you say you would have on, it was a wrap for your high school career.
Lord
Not
have
my
mercy.
testimony. Not my testimony.
He said they were rich.
I was very privileged growing up. I will have to say that. So now
said they
if
were
you
rich.
said my shoes were from Payless, are we fighting on site? We fighting on site. That was rule number one. You can't say my shoes are from
You
Payless.
definitely had to show up the gym a couple times with the shacks on your feet. right from Payless. Got them shacks
Oh
on.
dear. dear.
Isaiah says, beating your kids is the whitest thing you can do.
Isaiah wants to start a fight, and I appreciate this.
Is the whitest thing you can do?
Appreciate this.
The whitest.
That doesn't make sense to me.
It does make great sense. I love it.
I want to be white
Corporal
because my kids get
punishment.
on my damn nerves.
Corporal punishment is a holdover from white supremacy. Absolutely, 100%. Corporal punishment. Let me put this up.
Yeah.
Corporal punishment should have been left on the plantation. Amen.
Oh shit!
That's
Dr. K,
Not everything overlooking to you. You got to be like, oh God, we about to get into it now.
Let me move the table. Dr. K, you have kids?
Got me moving some
I
stuff.
do not have any children. No, on purpose.
That's exactly why your answer is what your answer is.
Oh, absolutely. But the other thing is too, I was a child, so it's not like I didn't live through being a child.
Yeah, I get it. But I would have loved to see how you would have parent. I would have loved to see how you would parent if you have kids.
So I will say this. I remember when my niece first talked back to me, I wanted to smack her in her face, and I was like, "See, hold over from white supremacy." Hi, boo. Why are you so cute?
She deserved it. That's why.
See what I'm saying? You can't. Woo, that's hard for me. But yes, I always say to folks when people say, "Oh, you didn't have children," I'm like, "Yep, but I was a child, and so were you." And did you like getting beat? No, it wasn't fun.
It definitely helped me out. I'm not.
I don't know.
It's to me, the fear of getting whooped kept me out of a lot of situations.
I still don't do stuff now because I think my mom might whip my ass. I'm like, you know what? I don't even know. I'm like, shit, if I go to jail, my mom might beat me. Like, damn.
That's so funny because everything that I got whooped for, I absolutely do as an adult on purpose to break myself out of the fear of being punished for the thing that I wanted to do. Like talk a lot. Like I was always in trouble for talking, so I talk even more now. I was always in trouble for. I'm a bit of a petty strategist, so I petty strategize around people all the time. But it's cathartic because I would get in trouble for it. So
I think the best thing we can understand from that is beat your kids. Number 7. Number 7.
I need Isaiah on the show because I can't take this every week.
Number 7. This one. Look, school used to get you got a lot of trauma coming from school too, man. Good thing I was never this person. Number 7, having to read aloud in school. That would get a lot of people. A lot of people won't read now because they think they gotta read out loud. They used to put them on the spot and reading Mary Had a Little Lamb, and I don't know what the hell they started reading, but it wasn't that.
Yeah.
Yo, I will say this.
I think I can read.
Yo. Because I stuttered. So like people made fun of me, stuttering. But reading time, that's the thing. When I read, I never stuttered. So when reading time came, I was like, oh, it's me. I want to read. And if I was next to somebody that I know wasn't a reader, double me, I want to read because I know the person next to me ain't gonna read. Yes.
This guy was Michelet. He just had he had this squeaky voice, and then when he started singing, he got like, that's not the same voice you just came in with. Like, what is going on?
Yep. I agree with Marquise. I never had any problems reading out loud. Never. I loved reading out loud. I wanted to read. Even when I pronounced the words wrong, like I would very confidently read the whore divorce at the party were delightful. Like I would just read I knew what I was saying. So I loved reading, even though I was definitely pronouncing words wrong, but it bolstered my confidence. I wasn't deterred.
Yeah.
And let me
Smashing Time Productions says I used to make fun of people who couldn't read.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's the
listen,
trauma. That's
I
the
got
trauma.
I got a
shit
story
talk about.
about this. I got a story about this, and my brother, I'm gonna get him on here one day so he can tell this story. But we got kicked out of Bible club for laughing at the girl who couldn't read in Bible club. I promise you. So we probably ruined her whole confidence and her religion. Like we probably ruined all that stuff in one day.
I was just people like, okay, sound it out, but I'd be sounding out wrong because whore divorce is not how you say that. But I'd be sound it out. I mean, but sound it out always didn't work, but I would try and I'd be helping. Y'all are not nice.
Jesus be a virgin.
Now I agree. Smash Time says, especially a bully who couldn't read, I'm absolutely making fun of that person. 100%.
Oh yeah.
Facts on facts on facts.
And same with what Brittany said. I used to shine in Sunday school. Yes, that was the time. That was yep.
Y'all were the Hebrew Israelite. Read.
Murray had a little land.
Read.
How many lands did you got?
I don't know these people at all. I don't know them.
I'm sorry.
Number 6. I got enough time to get to number 6 real quick.
I hope you do. My God.
Number 6. Yo, wow. Number 6. This is for my 2-parent household kids growing up. Listen, getting in trouble from your mom, and once your dad got home, she told him the whole story, and all your whole punishment started right over again. It was fresh. You was upstairs asleep. You didn't already got over everything. Your pop coming. So you did what? It's a wrap.
Yo, my mom, I felt like she knew when my dad would come home, right? So she'll start like down here, and then like she'll hear the door open up, and she'll all of a sudden turn it up, and then he's coming home to her yelling, and now he's yelling, what's going on? And I'm like, yo, you knew what you were doing.
The setup was real.
You knew he comes home at 5:30. Why couldn't we have this conversation at 4:46?
Because
I didn't even know you was coming here.
That's why. She needed backup. That's why you couldn't have this conversation then. She needed backup. She actually knew when her backup would arrive. Amen. The cavalry was coming. And she knew you were just bad enough that she needed a cavalry. She knew it.
Yeah. Oh man.
Like, we just got done chilling. Like I done got over my whooping and everything, and now here he comes. Like he fresh angry. Like I'm not even mad about this no more, Dad. Like I apologize.
Brittany said she'd be in her room when Marquise is carrying on, be like, I'll be in my room like this again.
Oh, yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the first 5. That was the first 5 of this week's top 10. We will be right back after these messages and this music. It is the Morning Experience, y'all.
Just 5?
Yeah,
5? My God. I'm relieving my trauma, and it's just 5. But what is going to be in the top 5? What's going to be in the 5? The top 5.
That's what you got to sit back.
We got some trauma. Listen,
a glass of. I gotta get a glass of wine. I don't know what to do.
Go ahead, mix them up like
Lord
like
have mercy.
Look, I think I'm at the red right now.
Shiz, can you see the comments? Isaiah's comment.
That was really good.
Not until y'all post them up. Only thing I can see.
As a child who had you can see him. You just got to click on comments.
Yeah, click on comments.
Well, then, Shiz, when you come back in, before you started, go ahead and read that.
I'll keep it up here so you can see it, so you can read it too if you want.
All right. Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
And in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Morning Experience. Of course, y'all, it is Wednesday, middle of the week, hump day. And you know, we are in the middle of our top 10. This week's top 10, we are talking about the top 10 childhood traumas that shaped us in to productive citizens or menace to society? Isaiah Perry in the comments. As a child who had a stutter and speech impediment, I tried to count the number of students in my row and pre-read my paragraph only to be terrified when the teacher would start popcorn reading. Choose me out of order.
She's disrespectful. Yeah. Yeah.
You was going to great lengths to be like, you know,
I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna be ready.
that is comparable to what we call a parlay right now. Because you think you got it going and something just come out of nowhere and mess your whole parlay.
Yeah.
This paragraph.
Like, yo, I already read this. I read this 3 times.
Exactly.
We are at number 5. And number 5, more childhood trauma with your cousins. Having to decide who is going to ask the parent if your cousin could stay the night, because you have to ask, because she'll say yes if you ask her. Bull. Because she was going to say no regardless.
I was going to say, it feels like that's a setup all the way through, because she was going to say no. So they would always send me, because I would at least argue a little bit and they would feel validated in their ass. Like my first cousin, she would go and she'd be like, can such and such, before she can get can't such and such spend the night. They'd be like, and I told you not to ask again. I'd go out there and I'd be like, first of all, I just want to say, don't yell. Like I would start, there, because I'd be a little hype. And they're like, first of all, little girl. I was like, well, I just want to know, these are the reasons before I say who it is they should spend the night. And they're like, now we're in a parliamentary procedure. What is happening? And then I would say the name of the cousin.
So they didn't get yelled at. So I didn't get yelled at. Like, y'all could go ahead. Yeah. I already know what her answer about to be.
Then I'd be like, they'd be like, absolutely not, after I went through my whole entire process. But I put up a good show.
It'll be like a friend, like, you know what I'm saying? You'd be like, hey man, ask your mom. I'm like, if you want to say, you ask. Like, I already know what the answer gonna be.
Mm-hmm. She might say yes if you ask.
You might, but it ain't gonna be for me. Because I already told you he wasn't staying the night.
And then you still get in trouble. Now get out here. Now you told that boy to come down here and ask, and I said,
I told him, come on.
See, childhood. I'm telling y'all, we all live the same life, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, we all live the same life.
I don't like this game.
My cousin Terrell, we sent him. Nobody ever said no, because he was the baby, and nobody ever said no. Yeah. And then they called on. They were, you gonna send Terrell down here?
Yes.
Like, you're gonna send people down there.
Every time.
Yeah.
Terrell got the highest win rate out of everybody.
Important.
Still today, we in our big age now, and he gets away with, and gets all the babysitting.
Of course. Very rude.
Number four is, again, I'm telling y'all, we live the same life. So please let me know if this happened to you. Being told you're not sick because you want to watch TV or you want to get up and get something to eat. So now you ain't sick no damn more.
Or you laugh.
I gotta survive. Like, I'm like, what do you mean I'm not sick no more because I'm watching TV? What am I supposed to be doing right now?
Yo, I definitely held in laughs. Like, I definitely like, because like, yo, I'm sick. Yo,
I don't even know, because
what is that?
I was always deathly ill, so I don't even know. Like, I was always deathly ill. So like, the TV would be on, but it wouldn't matter because I was dying.
You in the fridge, like, oh, you can get up out the bed and get something to eat, but you can't go to school. Like,
but you can't go to school.
In the kitchen.
I bet you going to school tomorrow. I bet.
Right.
I used to be sick every time we got the flu shot. Like, you had to get the flu shot for school, right? And I would get sick for 3 days. And they were like, why are you sick? I'm like, you guys gave me a flu shot.
Y'all introduced me to the virus.
Right.
You're trying to kill me and asking me why I'm sick. I can't even understand.
Number 3. Listen, if your parents are struggling, you know that you had a school outfit and school shoes, and you had a home outfit, and you would get in trouble for going outside with your school shoes on. You would get damn near assassinated for going outside with your school outfit on. And please don't get a grass stain on your school pants,
especially in September when they're brand new.
You got school clothes and you got Play clothes. Everybody know the difference. School clothes. I do it to my kids right now. I'm like, do you go outside and play with your school clothes? So I'm a stickler about that.
We have a comment from Dariel. He says, you ever had a crazy uncle that stayed in a room in your grandma's house and then continue to say, I hated when my mother called me upstairs just to get the remote control on the dresser.
Trauma. Those are very traumatic experiences.
Yep.
We're living the same life, unfortunately. I just want to say, though, I did not have play clothes. My mother did not expect you to come home from school and play. She expected you to come home and do your homework. So play was out of order. You need to come inside, do your homework, play very quietly on the living room floor, and then go to bed. So I was traumatized. I didn't have any play clothes, but I'd be playing though. I'd still be playing though.
Wow.
Listen, what is it, Darrell? They let us right into number 2 because number 2 is getting called from outside while you were playing, and they be like, "Hey, hand me that remote over there."
I was 45 minutes away by bike, and I would still get called in for a remote or something off the dresser or something out the freezer or something out the fridge, get a drink out the fridge. I was 2 hours away walking, and somehow I would have to run back home and get that.
How did they get in contact with you?
It's a homing pitch. It's a homing device. You hear your mother's voice from 45 miles away. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you are.
Angry frequencies.
That's different. Now, my dad had a whistle. My dad, when he was in my life, my dad had a whistle that he would do really, really loud. Like you could hear him like down the street, and I would just come running, and he'd be like, "Hey, boy, did you leave them sprites right there? Put them sprites." I'm like, "Bro, they've been there the whole time. You could have put Dog, that's the stuff that be killing me. That's the stuff like,
That's real trauma. That's real trauma. Because now you get mad when they call you now. What?
And we already talked about what word gets you in trouble.
Yeah. And called your mom and dad all out their name under your breath. But number 1, and this has been going on forever. If you watch Eddie Murphy Raw at the beginning, you know that it always happened when your parents had company over and they was all drunk and they woke you up or called you downstairs from playing the game to do the new dance. And you had to sit there, and I done did the butterfly plenty of times to try to show off for y'all company.
No.
That little dance you be doing.
We didn't have this because my parents were much smarter than us. They were much smarter than us. They had a kids' talent show in the beginning where they would laugh at us, and then they send our asses off so they could drink. Very different. They would definitely send us off. We would do the new dances, we'd do the whole things, but they would make it a talent show so we did not interrupt them for the rest of the night.
See, I wasn't talented, so like the other kids had to do it, and like I just watched, and it looked painful for them, but I never experienced it. I was always the spectator. Go ahead, y'all.
He was a stagehand. They be like, he needs some extra pillows. Go, Marquise, go get the pillows. He was a stagehand.
That's that plantation stuff, dance for us. That's plantation.
Yeah, that's
dance for us. Oh yeah, dance, little Timmy, dance. Like that's the plantation mindset right there.
I am trying to tell y'all, this is trauma. This is trauma. This is real life trauma. We laugh and joke, but these are real life issues that we deal with for the rest of our lives because our parents tried to ruin us.
I don't like the top 10. It made me relive a lot of memories that I don't appreciate. Thank you so much, Shizzy.
You got to get it out. This is y'all therapy. Get it out.
I have therapy. I don't need this.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was this week's top 10. If you missed any of the top 10 this week or any in the previous weeks, because this was number 25. 25. Sheesh. Woo! 25 top 10 we are in. Sheesh. Please make sure you hit us up at the Mornin Experience on IG. And if you want to give it to me directly, it is at Shizzy Get Busy on all socials. It is the Mornin Experience. It is the top 10. Scotty, I'm waiting for Scotty to come on. I want to hear what he got to say about them boys.
Oh man.
I'm assuming we went.
All right.
I'm assuming so too.
It is on you, brother.
In 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Morning Experience Sports Report. It's your boy Scotty, man, giving you the sports report as only I know how to do. Now, last week, it was only one winner out the bunch, and I made sure I put them in high regards. Now, I'm looking at a whole list of losers right now. So, I'm just going to start with the one who scored the less points. We're going to start with the Vikings versus the Commander.
We got to do this right now.
Vikings end up beating the Commanders 31-0. I said that again, 31-0. J.J. McCarthy, 16-23, 163 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jaden Daniels, don't know why he's still playing for the season. Went 9 of 20 and 78 yards with the interception. Aaron Jones, the running back for the Vikings, went 14 carries, 76 yards. Jordan Addison, the wide receiver, went 4 receptions, 62 yards. Had some tight ends get into the end zone for the Vikings. Commanders, Scary Terry, 3 receptions, 41 yards, and Chris Rodriguez Jr., 10 carries, 52 yards. And the Vikings, who were on a slide, get off that slide with beating the Commanders and not scoring any points. Jaden Daniels he just got to shut it down for the rest of the year. That's just my personal opinion on that. All right, going next, the Ravens lose to the lowly Steelers. Aaron comes back 22 of 34, 284 yards and a touchdown. Lamar Jackson with a rough outing, 19 of 35, 219, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Derrick Henry, 25 carries, 94 yards. DK Metcalf for the Steelers wakes up, 7 receptions, 148 yards, and he played a little punt return. Zay Flowers, 8 receptions, 124 yards. Ravens get taken down by the rival Steelers, 27-22. Great game right there. All right. Last before we get to the break, Eagles, Chargers.
We don't have to do this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to take it nice and slow. Eagles, Chargers, 19 for the Eagles, 22 for the Chargers. Jalen Hurts, a horrible game. 21 of 40, 240 yards with 4 interceptions. Herbert, 12 of 26, 139 yards and a touchdown interception, as well as 10 carries and 66 yards. All right, A.J. Brown, once again, he's a happy man, 6 receptions, 100 yards. Saquon Barkley finally gets up off the mat, 20 carries, 122 yards with a touchdown. Again, the Super Bowl champs are on a 3-game losing? Is that a 3-game losing streak? That is tough. Jeez Louise. But listen, make sure you guys come back after this break and after this musical intercession as I talk about them boys. This is your morning report. This is your Morning Experience Sports Report.
Oh man, that was sad.
Are y'all catching that we had like 25 to 35 people watching over the last 40 minutes? Did y'all see that?
No.
I'm pretty good.
No.
For a first stream, so let's.
All right, yeah.
Let's keep sharing.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back. It's your boy Scotty with the morning. Let me do that again. All right. And 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Morning Experience. Your boy Scotty with the Sports Report. And it's that time. I got to talk about that team. I'm still them boys. Listen, it was a rough one down in Detroit. Dallas took on the Detroit Lions, came up short 30-44. Was a great game. Listen, Jahmyr Gibbs just went absolutely bonkers. 12 carries, 3 touchdowns, and 43 yards. Dak Prescott, not a bad game, not his best game. 31 of 47, 376 yards with a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, again, gets off the slide, 6 receptions, 121 yards. 121 yards. Ryan Florani, 9 receptions, 115 yards and a touchdown. And J-Mo, he had 7 receptions, 96 yards. And Jared Goff, 25-34, 309 yards and a touchdown. Listen, I don't even know what our record is. I don't even care about our record, but they pissing me off because we should have won that game. Anyway, Dak with his too many interceptions. Now, Game of the week last week was Jack State versus Prairie View. Prairie View took down the reigning SWAC champs 23-21. I was in attendance down there in Jackson, Mississippi. It was an absolutely great game. This week's HBCU game of the week is the Celebration Bowl taking place in Atlanta, Georgia. It is South Carolina State Bulldogs versus the Prairie View A&M Panthers. You can catch that on this Saturday at, I believe it comes on at 1 o'clock in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I will be in attendance. So if you're in Atlanta, you see me, say what's up. All right. Guys, what is going on with our teams?
I feel like with the Eagles, this is just a long time coming, and this is just 2023 all over again. I think that the wheels have fell off, and they need to replace our offensive coordinator. Patullo got to go.
I don't think Patullo the one throwing the passes though. Shizzy, what do you say with Jaden Daniels? Should he just shut it down? Season over?
I told you, Black brothers, we are kneeling with Kaepernick spirit. We are not worried about this football season. See, this is the problem. We always want to do something, and we don't always want to stick to it. Are we kneeling with the brother because they did the brother wrong, or are we going to just go ahead and get up out of here? We just going to go back and bow down to the white man again, because that's what it seems like everybody's doing. If we doing that, then you know what? Go Commanders. Then.
I bet you was bowing down last year when y'all was running the table. Y'all was in the NFC Championship.
I had just heard about the whole Kaepernick situation this season, so that's why I had started like around week 4. I started.
but you know what though? The crazy thing is that this argument kind of holds weight now because Phillip Rivers was just like brought out from his casket to try out for the Colts. So I mean this. Yo, this argument kind of holds up now.
See, brothers. We'll see what happened when you give in. See what happened when you give in.
They said we got a great season. We got to keep it going. Phillip Rivers, come save us.
Crazy.
Guys, that was the morning. Let me do that again. Mm-hmm. Man, appreciate you guys for listening in. That was your sports report with your boy Scotty, man. Keep listening in the Morning Experience, all day, every day.
All right. And final 30, which is now kind of like turned into like a final minute, but that is just fine. All right, and in 3, 2, 1. This is the Morning Experience, folks. Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday. We laughed, we cried, we had jokes, and we had the critically acclaimed Shizzy Get Busy Top 10. Shiz.
We are going to talk about some of your blunders because I definitely heard quiet. Nobody did that. Nobody did that today, and we all let it breeze by. We're going to talk about some of his blunders that he had on here. But
why did you point that out?
Happy Wednesday, yo.
Why did you do that?
Yo, friends, folks, because y'all didn't know. Friends.
I'm supposed to point it out.
Friends.
Oh, Scotty, how about yourself?
That's right. Thank you, Scotty.
Hey, listen, this is a great hump day. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait to see my boy Felix back in the studio doing his thing. Get that back good, my boy, okay? And listen, man, it's always a pleasure with you guys.
Indeed. Dr. K.
I mean, I'm traumatized. What can I say? I'm re-traumatized from my childhood, and that's Shizzy's fault. So happy Wednesday.
I apologize, but we here.
Guess.
Oh, folks, thank you for joining us. We will see you tomorrow for Newsmaker Thursday. This is the Morning Experience. All right, y'all. Let's take it.
Felix is here.
Felix.
Hey, can y'all cut the live for me? Because I put my YouTube channel on it.
You did do what?
I said, can y'all cut the live for me and just do another one? Because I put the YouTube channel on. I put my YouTube channel on.
I don't have to cut the live for you. I can just take you out.
Okay, it'll take my YouTube channel off of it?
I can just do that. Yeah, I can just do it.
Okay, cool.
Is it the off
taking them views?
Off script behind
taking them
the
views, dog.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, all the views are definitely coming from Scotty for sure. That's a fact. All right, 1, 2, 3, ready?
Somebody said,
Hold on. Off script is leaving.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to hit y'all up next week.
All right, be safe, bro.
All right, Scotty. Talk to you later.
Felix, thank you for joining, friend.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, boo. If you want to stream to your platform, you may go ahead and choose your platform right now.
Where do I do that at? I'm sorry.
Look at the top right-hand corner of your screen. Yep.
Stream this to your audience.
Yep.
Let's see if I remember my login
for the folks that are watching. We are about to record.
Thank you, Brittany.
Our Sunday show. Our Sunday show re-record that airs on 99.3 FM The Real. Well, The Real 99.3.
Willie said, "This is a Wednesday." We know. We are aware.
No.
It's going to air in the morning.
Hey, you know what, Willie? We do this so much that it feels like Wednesday right now. So tomorrow when I go to work, it's going to feel like Thursday. And I'm going to be pissed off when I realize that it's not Thursday.
And Brittany said, "Good show." Because you know what? Brittany's my favorite. Of all the Luptons that I have met, it's Brittany.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. Time out. Wait, flag on the play. No. You are what has Brittany done for you? Nothing.
Brittany has been your sister.
Dr. K, before you answer Brittany, I want you to know that this is what he does to you. He trashes you.
Every
show. I just want you to understand that before she gets into this is how he does you on this show all the time.
See what we're dealing
Go ahead.
With? Go ahead. Is Brittany older or younger than you? This matters.
Younger.
That means that she is basically your what do I call this? Your editor. She's gonna like edit anything you say because you're older. So what you say goes, but then she's gonna edit it and she's gonna tell people the real truth. So I believe her. I stand with Brittany. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you're not wrong. But I mean, by her being your favorite Lupton, that's an infraction. We're on this show together. We might have to revisit that. We might have to revisit that.
Oh, excuse me.
All right. So we got our Sunday show. Yeah, let's get it going. Here we go. First five, and in 3. Here we go. First 5, and in 3, 2, 1. Good morning and happy Sunday to you. This is the Morning Experience. I am Marquise Lupton. That is Shizzy Get Busy. That is Dr. K, and that is Felix Arroyo, journeyman. Felix, what's going on, brother? How you feeling?
I'm feeling better. I'm still hanging in there a little bit. I've been sick longer than expected, but I'm here. I'm ready to rock and roll. Good morning, Sunday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Tis the season. Shizzy, what's going on, brother?
Hey, good morning. Happy Sunday. It's early, but if you up listening to this, get up and be productive. Get up and do something. Don't just sit back for a little bit. You already up now. Get up and do something.
Right. As I like to say, turn on that Anita Baker and get the cleaning. Dr. K, good morning to you.
I feel disrespected. It's too cold outside, and I can't even get comfortable under my favorite blankie without turning it up to 75. But that means my heat bill is going to be $8,000. I don't have time or money for all of this.
Right. The hurricanes didn't come, but the cold weather definitely did. Folks, you know how we like to do. We begin each show with the microwave news, giving you these headlines hot and ready. And we are serving up something spectacular on this Sunday. So our first story comes from PA.gov, and Lancaster County Police are partnering with mental health and addiction specialists through a co-responder program, Crisis Intervention Teams, or CIT. This will include ride-alongs to improve crisis outcomes, connect individuals to treatment, and reduce arrest. Key initiatives include pairing officers with certified recovery specialists and a county-wide CIT program for specialized training. Shiz, this is kind of like police work just reimagined.
It's something that should have been happening a long time ago. It's an idea that's been floating around for a while, and it's actually used in other places. I'm all for it. Again, we are in America, so everything comes with a caveat, and now it's just a witness to see what goes on. that's what it is. So I hope it's for the best. I hope it actually does do some good, because you need a specially trained person in a type of situation like that, and not someone who just has a gun. So hopefully this turns out good.
Yeah, Felix, they're going to be starting this out in Lampeter Stroudsburg. I would really love to see this in the city.
Yeah, so would I, especially because I have more understanding and experience within the city. I don't know much about Lampeter Strasbourg. I copy Shiz's sentiments. I feel like it's awesome. It's actually, something that we've talked about for years and years and years, like the getting your arms around this type of conversation, not just looking it through the lens of law enforcement. But there is a caveat, and that's my I hate thinking that way, but the too good to be true theory kind of comes to mind here. So I'm curious how this is going to pan out, but I would love to see this in Lancaster. Absolutely.
That could be a prophecy here, Dr. K. Too good to be true?
Yeah. I'm gonna go too good to be true. Not only because like some of these have been rolled out across the country, but the issue is programs like this have been rolled out across the country. But the issue is we still in these configurations rely too heavily on the police, and this becomes an issue. So we pair them with the police instead of running these as close to standalone programs as possible, because we still believe that these people are somehow criminals when they really do need extra mental health and mental wellness services. But what if they become violent? People say, these are the questions that happen that we still have to answer. But I'd like to know what the world looks like when we don't involve police in mental wellness concerns, and we train folks to handle the potentially violent without subjecting them to the police, prisons, and penal system.
And my question here that I really want to know is who has the power in the situation? Because if somebody comes to a mental health situation, who has the power? Is it the mental health person that has the power first, or is it the police officer that has the power first? And does the police officer have to deem the situation safe before this specialist can come in, or does a specialist go in first and say, all right, well, I can't do anything with this, so I need a police officer? Like, I don't know where one responsibility ends and where one responsibility begins. That's my main criticism here is this whole power dynamic, because if I know something, a citizen or a specialist is always going to listen to that police officer, or then they're going to face, getting arrested as well and escalating the situation. So it's very, very the fluid situation, I'll call it, but I'll wait for more details to roll out because I have questions. Our second story here, folks, for our microwave news comes from PennLive.com. And Pennsylvanians, 450 child care worker bonus. Will it help the industry crisis? So let's get into it. As childcare costs skyrocket nationally, the newly enacted Pennsylvania state budget is trying to address funding gaps, starting with a $450 bonus that will go to each of the state's roughly 55,000 child care workers. Under the new law, qualified child care providers can apply to the Department of Human Services for a lump sum to allocate to their workers. So, Shiz, this $450 bonus, think it will help?
If you don't have to send your child to childcare, because 450 will get you about 2 or 3 hours at the child at whatever daycare.
A lollipop and a nap, and that's all you're getting.
Yeah,
I'm really interested to see, especially when we had, I believe it was we had this conversation before about, it was Iowa or Montana somewhere, where they have free childcare, and it's flourishing. And there's no deficit, there's no nothing going on in that state. They're actually being quite prosperous with this, and you get a lot of more signups, you get a lot more active daycares going on, opening up jobs, all that other good stuff. But 450, I mean, listen, if you let them tell it 450 times 55,000, but it still ain't gonna get you nowhere. And they're gonna probably tax it too. We know how the government does.
Yeah, and Felix, in the article, I think they're a tad bit mistaken because they say top quality childcare in the state could cost anywhere from $209 to $404. I don't remember a time when childcare was $209 per week.
Well, one of the things I was curious about is I can't read the entire article for whatever reason. So is when we're talking about childcare, we're not referring to daycare. That's not included in the childcare terminology because it is. I would think it would be, right. Okay, yeah, because I don't know what it's like now. 20 years ago, when my little one was and my two little ones were in daycare, I was paying $400 a week at one point. So you know, is it going to put a dent in it? I don't know. It's a movement in the right direction. I mean, I can't remember anything like this happening before, this type of language being used, money going towards childcare. I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how it pans out a few years from now, to be honest with you.
Dr. K.
I just want to know where they got these numbers. Top quality childcare in the state could cost from $209 to $444. I feel like those numbers are way off when there are parents paying like $1,000 a week, right?
Yes.
For what they consider to be top quality childcare. And this bonus is for the workers. So it's a $450 bonus over what time period, right? I want to know, you know, is it a month? Is it a week? What's the
fiscal year?
See, that doesn't sound very much.
Yo, $450 over a year. $450 over a year after they tax it.
You see what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
Absolutely ridiculous. So if you're doing the math here, $450 divided by 12, okay, is $37.50 a week in a raise or a bonus. And I feel like not only is that not enough, but if we were to standardize child care across the state and pay workers out of taxes is already high. All these things are already happening. People are paying double and triple taxes. You know, I feel like child care is a parent tax, just like I feel like, you know, sanitary products are woman tax. Like you want children in your society. You want women who can bear children in your society. So making them pay this higher cost doesn't really make sense when you can literally just standardize how child care happens. This is part of the conversation. Another part of this conversation too is when they were trying to get rid of kindergarten and pre-K in the state of Pennsylvania about 9 years ago. And it was a huge conversation because it was like, what do you want these families to do? You want them to work, you want them to bolster the economy, but you want to take away kindergarten? That means that so many people will come out of the workforce for an extra year because they cannot afford to take care of their kids at home or pay for private education or for childcare. So I feel like we are still too much of a long ways off from actually compensating childcare workers what they are worth and actually taking care of the families that are bolstering our economy. These are working parents that we're talking about that make our economy go round.
Yeah, and folks, our final story for this morning for our microwave news segment also comes from PennLive.com. And a Pennsylvania Capitol police officer pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor after he took two neighborhood kids to a Cumberland County gas station without their parents' knowledge and told them not to tell their parents about the trip, court records show. And this past summer, the parents of the 10 and 11-year-old children told Upper Allen Township Police they learned a man who identified himself as a police officer had taken their children to a Turkey Hills several weeks earlier. And this is according to an affidavit of probable cause filed in September. And this is just wild work here, Felix. Let's start with you. Your feelings for this story, man.
Yeah, my skin's crawling right now.
Disgusting.
I think one of the things that you fear the most is hearing something about what happened to your child unbeknownst to you that you would not stand for. And if my child were to tell me, or children, like, yeah, you know, there was a police officer who took me to Turkey Hill, I'm looking for answers. I'm calling numbers. I'm going down to wherever this police station is. It concerns me that a police officer is saying, don't say anything to your parents. It's not like he took the kids and was like, now we need to get a hold of your parents for whatever reason. Maybe he saw them walking down the street, or we got to get you home. We stopped at Turkey Hill. Okay, hey, your kids were. I don't know what they were doing. Nothing. It was like, just don't. I don't even know why he took them there. I'm reading the article now. I don't know. To me, it's just all shenanigans, and my skin's crawling and ill.
Yeah. Shiz, it's the don't tell your parents part for me.
Exactly. You hear a cop. You hear that the cop took the kids to the store. And before, you kind of hear it, and it's like, okay, you hear it now, and it's like, okay, why did the cop take you there? But then to add on the little pervert caveat of, don't. This is our little secret. Now you're kind of looking at like what was your intent and what was your future intent? If they're not supposed to tell, if you innocently took my child to the store, why would they not say anything? Why would they? What is the purpose of not saying anything? I'm going to see when they come back with whatever they got from the store or anything. This is grooming. this is grooming, and I hate to see who this may have happened to before, because the police officer that said don't tell, and somebody may not have told, and wherever it went from there. But that is just wild. Just to hear that the don't tell part as a police officer, you already know that's the kind of start of where things go bad.
Right. And Dr. K, I'm just like, why?
I don't like none of this. And if you see Mr. Oh boy, I'm gonna mess up his last name, Chicolt, I don't know. But if you see his picture, it leaves a lot to there's no confidence that he wasn't a groomer. There's just not any confidence. And if you know Upper Allen, you would also really take pause in the type of township this is. Upper Allen is a very, very affluent township. So to do this there, I feel like is very interesting. My first thought is, where has he done this before? He's a Capitol police officer, so he's not even the police officer of Upper Allen Township Police Department. He is a Capitol police officer, so he wasn't serving in the district in which he is employed. And this is important because he may have thought, and I'm alleging here, that he would not be recognized, like they wouldn't be able to, the children would not be able to pinpoint him. But luckily enough, however they did it, reading the article, they were able to do that. It's terrifying because he absolutely, using his badge in a district where he is not a uniformed officer. Mechanicsburg is 8 miles from the Capitol District. He was a Capitol police officer, which mainly governs the Capitol grounds and the Capitol complex. Think downtown Harrisburg, or right by the Capitol and the surrounding streets. The fact that he used his influence to take those kids somewhere and tell them not to tell their parents, to me he deserved more than a misdemeanor.
Yeah, I just don't get the whole thing about not telling your parents, and the whole thing about the why. Because again, like, you didn't have to do this. You did not have to take those kids to Turkey Hill, and then to say don't tell your parents, you knew that you were wrong. So for whatever reason, you were willing to risk your livelihood, you were willing to risk, your paycheck to take these kids to Turkey Hill. So I just can't think on the surface that this was something benevolent. I have to think that there was something insidious underneath. Not saying that it's anything sexual or anything like that, but I don't know. Maybe he's working a case. I have no idea. It just leaves more questions than answers right now, and especially in a time, day, and age where there are literally federal agents going around with masks on, snatching people up. This isn't the time, area, or space to do this now, Shiz.
Yeah, you're just absolutely happy that they made it to the store, to the Turkey Hill, and were able to come back and say something like that. The way we see things go in today's society is just like, I'm happy they made it to the store and were able to tell. Because a lot of people don't get that opportunity. So it's just like, as a cop, again, this, like as you said, this is in Mechanicsburg. This is not where in his jurisdiction. So he's just out here. So to throw the the cop in there, the cop moniker or whatever inside of there, it's kind of like to try to ease something. No, this guy is just completely wrong. He had no jurisdiction of where he was at. He's a predator, and we need to treat him as such. But we don't need a paid vacation. We don't need a review of his record or anything. We need to make sure that we get a person like this off the street, somebody that will not only just take kids to Turkey Hill, but tell them not to say anything. You know you're wrong, and you know that's wrong because you told them not to say anything.
And then
also, he walked with these kids 20 minutes away from where they were.
Yeah, I was
scary. Like, I'm reading this 20-minute walk. Like, excuse me, and you were with your son, so this is also his child was involved in this. So you're getting your son mixed up in some weird things, but also this speaks to me like the amount of hubris too. Like, maybe I'm speculating and totally off base here, but you have this much hubris that you think as a police officer you can take 2 other children that are not your child along with your child on a 20-minute walk away from where they originally were playing, basically. I cannot believe the amount of hubris that is involved in this entire scenario.
Right. And these kids, Felix, like these kids, what are they told at a very young age? Listen to police officers, you know, trust a police officer. So in their mind, you know, they're doing the right thing here.
And well, not only that, that's a good point, because you're teaching your kids, you know, stranger danger, talk to strangers, but then you see a police officer, you're told if anything happens, you want to go see a police officer. When a lot of people start saying things like, you know, we used to have some tighter communities back in the day. I used to be able to take my kid to the house 3 houses down in our neighborhood and trust and believe that they could take care of my child if I had to work. And we all knew each other's names and the good old time syndrome and all this, right? This is why we can't do that anymore. Because you have somebody like a police officer who brazenly just thinks this makes sense and goes about it. And you can't trust people now. This is a perfect example of that.
Right. And the fact, again, I will bring this up again and again. The fact that he was like, don't tell your parents, you knew you were wrong. You knew. Like that. Yeah. And I wish the charges were more serious. Because I mean, this is almost like kidnapping. Like if this wasn't a person with a badge, we would say that these kids were kidnapped for 20 minutes.
It ain't almost like anything. That's what it is. That's what it is, because he took them past their free will and he took those minors to where they didn't belong. And again, as we keep stressing, and it's like, that's the thing about this. You can have somebody. I just was having my kids around and introducing them. When you say don't tell, you were trying to do something that has future intent, that has malicious intent. When you say something like that, especially to a child who is, you know, like Felix said, the police, you're supposed to go to them. That's supposed to be the one in time of danger. That's who you go to and trust. So if the cop tells you don't tell anybody, and you don't do that, what happens next? Exactly. Get this scumbag off the streets.
Yeah.
Right. Folks, we have so much to get into. Up next, we have Grown Man News, and then we have Run the World with Dr. Kimmy Campbell. Stay with us. This is the Morning Experience on a Sunday. All right, Dr. K. Next technically 6 is on you.
2 and 2. Yep, 2 and 3. 2 3s. Excuse me. All right, ready, everybody?
Yeah.
I'm going to do a better job, like Marquise does, and like call on each of you to say something. So I'm going to try to do that. All right. Excuse me. Excuse me, internet. My throat is a little crazy. All right. Ready? I'm trying. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Good morning, good people. You are tuned into the Morning Experience with Marquise Lupton, and I'm Dr. Kamiki Campbell with Who Run the World? This segment is where we spotlight the women shaking up politics, moving culture, and refusing to play small. And today's queen is making national wave. Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett of Texas, who just announced her run for the United States Senate. Now, this is crazy. I don't know, Marquise. What do you think? People got a lot of opinions, but I want to hear it right off the cuff. What do you think?
I love it. We need more of this energy in the Senate. The scales need to be tipped. And the great thing about it is that she can bring somebody in to take her spot, and then she can go on ahead to the Senate and tip those scales. This is what we need. We need this energy. I love it.
That. I love that take, because the energy is why people are rooting for her.
Yes.
Jasmine Crockett has become one of the most electrifying voices in Congress, known for her sharp legal mind, her viral dismantling of bad faith attacks from all sides, and her ability to translate policy into plain truth. She announced her run for the Senate, the U.S. Senate, taking aim at a seat long considered out of reach for progressive candidates. And she did it with boldness, clarity, and a plan to mobilize Black, brown, young, and working class voters across Texas. And what's really funny about her ad is that she only had Trump's voice in it, calling her all kinds of names and talking about how intelligent she was and taking jabs at her. And it landed so well. And I don't know, it was kind of amazing, Shiz. Did you see the ad yet?
No, I did not.
Well, take a quick 30, because it's quick. Felix, did you see the ad yet?
No, I'm sorry, I have not. I'm just getting I'm getting hip to this right now.
Don't worry. I'm gonna put it in the chat for us to all see.
Yeah.
But it's been quite the stir on Twitter. Her launch immediately ignited a national attention, trending on social media, picking up endorsements, and energizing communities that have been waiting for a candidate who speaks plainly, fights fiercely, and brings receipts, which she's really good at. Jasmine Crockett isn't new to this. She's a civil rights attorney, a former public defender, a state legislator, and now one of the most recognizable young Black women in Congress. She has built her career fighting for people who rarely get a microphone. She represents communities who have been told again and again and again and again and again that their votes don't matter, and then turns around and shows them exactly why they do matter. I don't know, guys. I'm waiting. Do we have someone like that in Pennsylvania? I'm waiting to see who rises up from Pennsylvania to take up that mantle. I don't know, Marquise. Do we have folks like that in Pennsylvania? I know you in Baltimore now and left us behind, but what would you say about that?
Yes, we absolutely do. We absolutely do. And I will name drop this person right now.
Come on.
Dr. Kamika Campbell.
Oh my God. I wasn't expecting that.
So tell us about your platform. Tell us about your platform.
I mean,
my platform is we hold people accountable. Actually, Marquise, I'm gonna tell you this later, but I do have some text to send you that would actually bolster your point. But we'll talk about that later.
I'm just telling the truth.
Yeah, I appreciate that from you. And her stepping into the Senate race is crazy, and also it does inspire confidence for people like me, especially in the state of Pennsylvania, where we're a swing state, and there's a lot of conversations to be had about who should be leading a swing state like ours with a very diverse population. Her presence in the race alone shifts the energy, because a Black woman from Dallas running statewide in Texas, especially when there's gerrymandering going on. Y'all all seen the news and how the Supreme Court is letting Texas use gerrymandered maps that racially discriminate against both Hispanic people and Black people. So this is not just a campaign. This is a cultural movement. Jasmine Crockett is reminding the country that Texas is not a stereotype, it's a battleground. And she's bringing the movement with her. We'll be right back with, in a few moments, just to talk a little bit more about this race and what we can expect in the future.
All right, boom. Second three, on you.
3, 2, 1. And we're back talking about Jasmine Crockett this morning with Run the World. And we are honored to talk about a woman who is rising. She's resisting. She's rewriting the rules. And we are honoring her just by uplifting her name, right? Because she is officially running for the U.S. Senate. She began her career as a civil rights attorney. And if you haven't guessed already, we are talking about the one, the only Jasmine Crockett, representative from Texas. She has been defending protesters, fighting police misconduct, and representing those who couldn't afford representation. She flipped the House seat and then won a seat in Congress, becoming one of the fastest rising voices on Capitol Hill. Her Senate announcement is already reshaping the national conversation because she's centering Black voters, Latino voters, young voters, working families, and communities typically left out of statewide strategy. Here's why we are calling Jasmine Crockett our Queen of the Week, and it's a very compelling narrative. She comes from the courtroom, not the country club. She built her political career through service, not privilege, and she speaks with a clarity that cuts through the noise, not because she's flashy, but because she's grounded in truth. Her Senate run is rooted in her lived experience, growing up poor, working her way through law school, defending people who didn't have a voice. And now she's taking that fight to a statewide race in one of the most watched political battlegrounds in the country. And I don't know, Shiz, I feel like Texas becoming a battleground is not something I would have ever seen in my lifetime. What do you think about that? Because I don't think I would have seen it.
Not even just a battleground where a Black woman is actually out in front, and it's just like this is what you expect. I know Marjorie Taylor Greene is kind of pissed off about this information, but love to Jasmine Crockett.
Facts. I feel like I need to do a "Who is not running the world" segment where we feature
Traitor.
She's talking about economic dignity, affordable housing, criminal justice reform, education, rural investment, all through the lens of somebody who has seen the system from the ground up. Jasmine Crockett doesn't just represent change. She is the change. She's bold. She's brilliant. She's unapologetic. If you can't tell, I'm a fan. And she's rooted in community power, which is something that I center my work around too. This is why this is such an attractive race to me, and I can't wait to watch it. Because when a Black woman with lived experience steps into a statewide race, she brings a whole coalition with her. And that's something I want people in other states to see. Felix, I want people in Pennsylvania. We are here in Pennsylvania. You're in Lancaster. I'm in Harrisburg. And I want people to see when you are stepping into your power like this, you're bringing a coalition. You're not by yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things I was thinking about as you were speaking, and I was watching the 30-second clip. I wasn't able to listen to it, but
Very good.
I loved how she just was very stoic in her own way, letting obviously what was assuming was the audio playing over.
Yes.
Sometimes, you know, when you take a step back real quick and you're looking at everything that's happening politically over the past 10 plus years or whatnot, and you're realizing that the response of Black and brown people in the political world now really does play off of taking a step back in this country, just so we can move forward. If I'm making any sense, it's easy to kind of be like, why are we here? What are we doing here? But really, could this be part of setting this country up for prominent Black and brown leaders to really start stepping up, because we're starting to see the shenanigans on full display. And so you're going to see somebody like Jasmine, who is unapologetic, who is vibrant, who is smart. She knows she wants to smoke. She'll give it to you. She knows what she's talking about. And that's what you want to see. And I think there are people that are afraid of that. And so we want to keep pushing that, because that's authenticity. That's real. And Pennsylvania, to your point, Dr. K, can learn a lot from that. Yeah, absolutely.
I completely agree. And I want people to know too that part of the reason why she is bolstered to run is because of the election results in November 2025. Keep your eye on the states where there had huge turns in who was voting for whom and how many people took seats, because she has a real shot here, and we can support her nationwide, and we can pour into Texas to make sure that she actually gets this seat. So to Jasmine Crockett, may your run inspire a generation.
Yeah.
Until next Sunday, keep your crown high and your purpose louder. And this has been Who Run the World with Dr. Kamika Campbell. See y'all soon.
Love it. All right, y'all. Final minute, and then that is all she wrote for the evening. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1. Folks, want to thank you for joining us on this morning experience on the real 99.3 in Harrisburg. These are always great. Shiz, it always feels good to put on for Central PA.
Central PA. We put on for the city.
Yeah, there we go.
Shout out to y'all. Y'all are up right now. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Listen, again, like I said at the beginning of the show, you are up now. Don't go back to sleep. Do something productive.
Felix, do something productive. Like clean the garage or something, man.
Yeah, and that's always my goal on Sundays. So Harrisburg, if you don't got nothing to do, get in your garage, organize it, put that oil and coolant away, and make some room for your wife to park her car. You know what I mean?
Take it. Dr. K, what's on the agenda for yourself?
A nap. I don't know what these people talk about. I don't know what they're talking about cleaning and stuff. It's Sunday. Take a nap. Take a nap. Get some hot cocoa. It's cold outside. Cleaning garages in the cold is crazy. But also, I just want to say, also just love on yourself. Like a nap is loving on yourself. But if you do choose to clean something, fine. But just love on yourself. It's Sunday. Be kind.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Folks, I am going to ramp up the Campbell 26 machine. So you heard it here first. We will see how things pan out for America and for Pennsylvania. This is the Morning Experience. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next Sunday.
Peace.
All right. Boom.
Just want to tell you guys we were streaming in 9 different places today, and we had about 100 viewers, unique viewers over that time. So let's keep building that.
Yeah,
I love that.
We'll see y'all later. We're going to end the stream here. We're going to go talk about y'all and what y'all said on the stream. Bye.